So the second problem is he given this one second problem. The exertion of here he not given any this one either how much it is varying, either it is varying either it is lagging or leading, not given, but he given the excitation and we have to calculate. He given the excitation of a 415 volts 3 phase delta connected synchronous motor is such that the induced EMF is 520 volts. The impedance per phase is 0.5 plus J 4 ohms. If the friction and iron losses are constant, that is 500 watts, calculate the maximum power output, line current, and power factor of the motor. If you notice here, he did not given either it is lagging and leading also. But if you see here, the supply voltage is 415 volts and induced EMF is 520 volts. So induced EMF EB is greater than supply voltage. So for supply voltage, so EB is greater than supply voltage V. So it is leading power factor and given delta connection synchronous motor and given the impedance per phase as 0.5 plus J4 ohms, where armature resistance is equal to 0.5 and synchronous reactance is equal to 4 ohms. The friction and iron losses are constant, that is 500 watts. Calculate the maximum power developed, power output, line current, and power factor of motor. So if you write the given data, so what he given? He given a three-phase delta connected synchronous motor. As it is delta connected, both the line current and phase voltages are equal, and phase current is equal to line current by root 3. But voltages, both line voltage and phase voltage are equal. So line voltage VL is equal to 415 volts per phase and induced EMF is 520 volts. So synchronous impedance is equal to 0.5 plus J 4 ohms. 0.5 plus J 4 ohms. So where armature resistance is equal to 0.5 and synchronous reactance Xs is equal to 4. So to get the magnitude, Zs is equal to square root of 0.5 square plus 4 square. Then we get the magnitude as 4.03 ohms per phase. So impedance angle theta is equal to tan inverse of Xs by Ra, where that is 4 by 0.5, which gives a angle of 82.87 degrees. And given friction and windage losses are 500 watts. So to get the maximum power developed, load angle is equal to impedance angle. Alpha is equal to theta. Theta we already calculated. So that is both values are equal, alpha value and theta value, that is 82.87 degrees. And the resultant EMF per phase ER is equal to square root of V square plus EB square minus 2 into V into EB cos alpha. EB cos alpha. So substitute these values where V is equal to 415 volts and EB is equal to 520 volts and the same thing minus 2 into 415 into 520 into cos of alpha, that is 82.87 degrees. Then we get a value of 623.87 volts. 623.87 volts. So armature current IA is equal to ER by ZS. ER just we calculate 623 by impedance is 4 ohms, where its value is 154.74 amps. So this is nothing but a armature current per phase, that is 154.74 amps. So this is the phase current. To get the line current, multiply with root 3 amps. So that is IL is equal to root 3 into 154.74. That gives a value of 268.02 amps. So maximum power developed per phase PM is equal, we have the formula EB into V by ZS minus EB square by ZS cos theta. Substitute these values. EB is equal to 520 volts and V is equal to 450 ohms, 15 ohms and ZS is equal to 4.031 ohms. Here also minus 520 square cos of 82.87 degrees divided by ZS. So that is 4.031. So which gives a value of 45,209 watts. So maximum power developed for 3 phases, multiply with 3, then we will get this one, that is 135 kilowatts. So what is the power output? Power output is equal to power developed minus iron and friction losses. So from this, if you remove the iron friction losses 500, we will get 135 1,35,127 watts. So what is the copper losses? Copper losses is equal to 3 Ia square Ra. Ia value we have 154.74 degrees and armature resistance also 0.5. If you multiply this one, we will get 35.917 kilowatts. So what is the motor input? We have to add both mechanical power developed and copper losses. So that is 135 kilowatts and 35 kilowatts. Then we can get 171.54 kilowatts. So this input is nothing but a equal to root 3 VLIL cos pi. So here we know P, we know VL supply voltage is there, electrical current current IL we know. From this we can calculate the power factor. Cos pi is equal to P by root 3 into VL IL. So then what is P value? Here we calculate input value. That is 171 kilowatts by root 3 into VL, that is 415 volts into current, that is 268, then we can get the power factor. So 0.89. This is leading. Why? Because back EMF EB is greater than V. That's why back EMF greater than V. That's why it is a leading power factor. I hope this everyone is understood why we written the leading power factor. We have to check either EB is greater than V or EB is less than V or EB is equal to V. If EB is greater than V, then it is leading power factor. If EB is less than V, then it is lagging power factor. If EB is equal to V, then it is unity power factor. So, what we discussed today, we have derived a maximum power equation we derived and maximum power condition, and we solved the problems on power developed and maximum power developed. So go through this one, you read and derive the formulas and do the practice the problems. If you have any doubt, you ask me in the next class. So if you see what is the frequently asked questions, he will ask derive the condition for maximum power developed in a three-phase synchronous motor. Then you have to do the derivation. And next question is derive the expression for mechanical power developed in a three-phase synchronous motor. This question also he asked from this chapter. Both are derivations and he will give for 10 marks. Sometimes he will give problem also for 10 marks.